We did it, Kansas. We finally have a spring day, a warm day out so I can do all my race car stuff. So we finally have a warm day here in Kansas. I'm super excited, and that doesn't give me an excuse anymore to not work on my car. So we're out here. We're gonna install my Street Faction seat brackets that I just talked about in the previous segment. I've had a couple of problems with this seat so far. They're on custom brackets, so it sits too far back and it leans way over to the left for whatever reason. I have no clue. But we're gonna fix that today with some Street Faction brackets that we got not too long ago. I'm finally excited to get these in and get these optimized for my seating position that I want, so that I'm comfortable and I can reach the controls just fine. Lately I've been sitting on this pillow here. It's been like a booster seat for me, so really excited to have these in. So although it may be a nice warm day out, it's still a little windy, and wind and cameras do not mix. So I'm gonna try to film as much as I can inside the car to combat any kind of interference with the microphone, so hope that helps. So this is my pillow that I've been sitting on this entire time. Finally excited to get rid of this thing. Other than that, these seats have been working great. The passenger side fits in fine, so we didn't need any brackets for that. But to get this seat out, all we need to undo is 4 bolts. 2 down here, and then 2 in the back. Ratcheting wrenches are one of the best tools that you'll invest in for your tool set. They save me lots of headache in places where I can't get a normal ratchet in, and these do the job amazingly. So if you have the money, go ahead and pick yourself up some. You will not regret it. Don't forget to input that sensor if you're still running the stock OEM seat belts. Since we don't need these brackets anymore, we can go ahead and disconnect them from the seat. It's just 2 bolts holding the brackets in on either side. Since our Street Faction brackets give us the option to mount the OEM seat belt to the bracket itself, we no longer have to connect it in a jury-rigged way. This is going to be much safer. And we're done. Back to work. Basically just want to get an idea of how well these are going to sit in here. So this side is going to go up here, show off that Street Faction name. Ooh, I'm excited about this. This already fits a lot better than the old ones did. Oh, money. They're so thoughtful. Making the holes longer just to make up for any adjustments. And we'll be able to put the seatbelt right there. How convenient. So my old seatbelt bolt didn't thread in as expected. But luckily I have some extra bolts and nuts hanging around, so I was able to salvage some new bolts for this, for the seatbelt bracket. Sorry for the super close-up, but right now is the best time to kind of test out what's the most optimal seating position for you. You don't want your feet to be too far away from the pedals, but you don't want to be too far away from the steering wheel either. Another thing, I'm not sure which way these go on, but I assume that this side goes up front. So I'm going to try that, and I'll get back with you and let you know how we did. So apparently I was wrong in installing these. They do go back the other way. I just tried test fitting the seat, and the holes for the bolts essentially don't line up, so I'm going to have to switch these around and try again. I've gone ahead and attached my seatbelt just to make things easier for the install. that sucks. My biggest trial and error is trying to figure out which pieces are aligned in which orientation so that, you know, the seat fits. I think I'm gonna have to pull it all back out again and take it all apart again. Oh my gosh. Currently 4 hours later, we finally got these things in. So the problem I had with these brackets is I just couldn't get them to fit in right, but once I finally buttoned up a few other things, they were able to fit in. So just to give you a reference of how I mounted these, I have the plate facing inward so that it's taking up, it's able to withstand a wider seat, because these are Sparco Evo L's, so they're a little wider to accommodate larger waist lengths. So what we had to do basically was I had to basically bolt up the inside bracket down here. So I had to bolt up that bracket down first before mounting it into the seat, just to kind of get a gauge of where everything would line up. Then I took it out, bolted it onto the seat, put it back in, and then put this bracket together. So I fastened down the other side, then I came in, installed this bracket underneath the seat, and fastened these bolts here, and then fastened the rest of the bolts down to the car. I mean, this took way longer than I wanted, but it's done. Seating position now optimal. That took way longer than it should have, but I'm very happy with how those Street Faction brackets came out. I'm a short guy at about 5'8", and I can reach the pedals and steering wheel perfectly, just what I needed. Like I said, they're the most adjustable brackets on the market as far as I've seen, without needing to use rails or anything like that. It took me way longer than it should have, just because I'm mechanically inept, I guess. But for anybody else, I'm sure it's no big problem. Just make sure you're smart about going and installing those. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them about the brackets. Like I said, you can order them straight from Street Faction, or you could even order them through NjukaRacing.com. But anyway, that's it for now. Stay up to date on more awesome videos to come. I'll be uploading daily for spring break, so keep an eye out. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.